has been a few weeks since my last pregnancy vlog, so I have quite a lot to share with you guys, and I'm currently 16 weeks and 4 days today. First of all, I've had 2 doctor's appointments since my last video. I had my 12-week one, which was pretty exciting because we got our NT scan, which means nuchal translucency screening test. I went to have like a full-on, huge, very in-depth ultrasound, and they checked to see the amount of fluid at the back of the baby's neck, because at that stage it's still translucent, so you can see the amount of fluid, and that can be a soft marker for certain chromosomal disorders. It doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong if it's a large number. I think the best thing about that whole experience is that was the first time I got to see the baby looking like a baby. Honestly, when it first came on the screen, I literally could not stop giggling because my baby looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, he's kind of, his like face is down in it now, right?
He's turning a little bit.
Oh, well, back the other way.
Side.
The face looks like Spider-Man's mask, and I just thought that was the funniest thing ever. Also, apparently I have a very chill baby because it was not moving to the right position. I literally had to go walking up and down the halls after drinking 2 cups of water to try to get the baby to move into the right position, because it has to be like sideways and on its back for them to do the screening properly and be able to get the measurements they needed. In the end, it all worked out. While we were there, the technician said everything looks normal, so that was a huge relief. Baby had fingers and toes, which is really crazy because that was definitely the first time we'd ever seen that before. It was also very, very interesting to see the spine for the first time. I guess I will fast forward my latest appointment. That just happened last Wednesday. The doctor just told me everything looked great and normal from the previous screening test. She measured my tummy, which was a first. As you get bigger, they like to measure the uterus size or whatever. She also told me that I would probably carry small because I am quite petite, and I was like, hopefully. My husband Ben is about 6 feet 1, and I am like 4'11", so hopefully everything will be okay. I'm still a little nervous about it, but I'm just crossing my fingers that the baby will just grow to the available size and not pull an alien and like rip out of my stomach at some point in time. In terms of weight, because again, it's been quite a large jump, I thought it would be interesting to share with you guys that I weighed in at 86 pounds. I think the first appointment I said I was 81 pounds, so I've gained about 5 pounds, which I think is like normal for this stage. Again, I'm officially in the 2nd trimester according to my app. The baby is the size of a Philippine tarsier, and then another one of my apps said that the baby is the size of an avocado. So like, it's getting to be pretty good sized, which sometimes I feel like looking at my stomach, I'm like, where is the space for that to be that big? So in this week, it kind of says, the placenta has picked up its hormone production, which means a lessening of the load for your body and possibly a reduction in hormone-related symptoms. I definitely have to say that's true. I'm not quite as fatigued as I was through the whole first trimester. In the last few weeks, one of the most difficult things is just waiting for that 2nd trimester plateau to hit, because the whole first trimester, honestly, it kind of sucks. I was so exhausted. Some days I would literally wake up and eat and be so tired I had to take a nap for 2 or 3 hours, wake up, eat, get so tired I had to take a nap. I had whole days where I felt extremely guilty and really hard on myself because it's like, oh, I need to get all this work done today, I need to do X, Y, Z, I need to do all these things around the house. I had a few days where I would just wake up and it's like 6 p.m. and I didn't get to do anything, and I would just cry because it's so overwhelming just being so tired and kind of not being in control of your body. It does get better, and I will say, for any of you guys who are pregnant right now and feel like, oh, my pregnancy is going to last forever, it's so miserable, it does get better. Even if you have really bad morning sickness, it does get at least a little bit better in the 2nd trimester. But again, I think a lot of this whole process is just kind of forgiving myself and saying, hey, you know, you're growing a human. Cut yourself a little bit of slack. You can't be a workaholic during this period of time because your body is working overtime doing something more important than work. So now that I'm in my second trimester, symptoms have been so much better. Like I said, I only very occasionally will have days where I feel super exhausted and have to take day naps. Eating has become a little bit easier because I don't really have cravings and I don't really have huge food aversions either. Things have mellowed out a little bit. Sleeping has gotten easier too. I was having really bad insomnia in my first trimester, and now I'm starting to get back to a little bit more of a normal sleep schedule and being able to sleep through the night, which is really nice. Everything, I guess, feels like a little bit more mellowed out. Not quite to like pre-pregnancy form, but definitely compared to all of the first trimester. Oh, and I have to share, the biggest symptom, I guess you could say, of all that I've experienced recently is just in the last week, I felt my first kick. Which is super exciting. It was crazy. I was laying in bed at night. Every night I would put my hand on my stomach and be like, oh, I wonder if I can feel something. Can I feel something? And I don't know that I really felt anything distinct. I mean, I'm a first time mom, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling. But about a week ago, I was laying in bed, getting ready to sleep at night. Ben had already passed out. And way at the left side, I felt a little like, gung, gung. And I was like, I think that was a kick. It was absolutely not gas. Because it was on the very side, maybe that's why I could feel it. So the next day I didn't really feel anything, but then the next day after that, I definitely started to feel some like flip-floppy movements and little kicks. And so ever since then, I've been feeling them basically every single day. A lot of times it'll happen after I wake up in the morning, and then sometimes after dinner time, I'll feel, you know, maybe because it's well fed. And then maybe 3 or 4 days after I started feeling the first kicks, I had my hand on my stomach and I first felt the kick outside. Like my hand could actually feel a pressure against it. So that's super, super exciting. I've been trying to feel for more movement every single day. I haven't been quite as emotional as I was in the first trimester. I feel like I've chilled out a lot. Definitely still have prego brain, although at this point I think I'm just so like, if I can't remember a name or I don't know what I was saying in the middle of what I was saying, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't even try to recall because I know it's not gonna happen. I think I'm a little bit more used to it, or maybe just my hormones are making me more relaxed at this point, which I hope that's a good thing. Here is a big exciting thing. You'll be able to see my bump for really, I guess, the first time. I did put my first Instagram picture of my bump. What I'm finding is each stage of me putting up a new video that mentions that I'm pregnant, or a new photo, or a new whatever, it's really neat to see how many people didn't know before and are finding out for the first time. That is my tummy. It's definitely sticking out right here quite a lot, especially compared to before. And then from the front, I think this is really interesting. Like, in some ways you can see my abs sitting on top of it, which is kind of weird. And my belly button's kind of stretched out. So you can tell it's not like fat, like that is a baby in there. It's still pretty little, but to me, I feel like it's enormous. I feel like I walk around like a whale. You know, it's a big change for me. So I guess that's about it for this week's pregnancy vlogs. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and if you want to see my past Preggy vlogs in the whole pregnancy playlist, you can click on right over here and watch the previous videos. But thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to have you guys along with me on this, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!